Does fat transfer include a breast lift? So that's question number one. No, it doesn't. So I think a lot of people think that fat transfer is somehow lifts the breasts, but it doesn't. Fat transfer is a way of augmenting the breast, and in fact you could expand on that and say, do breast implants lift the breast? And the answer is also no. Breast implants and fat transfer are both a way of adding volume to the breast, so it's making the breast bigger, and they're very good at well, implants are very good at adding volume. Fat transfer is very good at adding volume, although, hi Sam, good to see you, although it's quite moderate, the amount of volume, or quite mild, the amount of volume that fat transfer gives. So it doesn't give a huge amount of volume, but the main thing is it doesn't do a great deal to the shape. So a lot of people kind of think that implants are going to make the shape significantly better. So if the shape's an issue, and by that I mean if they're droopy, let's talk in plain English here. So if the shape's an issue, if the breasts are droopy, if you've had children, or if you've lost weight, and your breasts, you're unhappy with the shape of your breasts, fat transfer or augmenting the breasts in any way, whether it be fat transfer or with implants, is potentially not going to have a significant effect on that. It will make them bigger, but they might they might still be a bit droopy. They might still, the shape might not be quite right. So this is something where it's important to discuss. You might be okay with that. You might be okay with adding volume, and it will certainly give more projection to the breast, which can give an element of it being lifted. So it can, don't get me wrong, it can make it make breast look fuller, but it won't lift the nipple higher up on the breast, which is often what is required. So it only really gives an increase in volume rather than shape. So it's really for people who are happy with the shape of their breasts, but just like a little bit more volume. And fat transfer in particular, it only gives a mild amount of increase in volume. So it only gives a mild amount of increase in volume, and it doesn't really lift the breast in my hands. And so that's why I don't do much of it, to be honest with you, because it is quite subtle, the results, and it's only for a select group of people. So it's not as popular as you might think, although it's a great procedure to do, and it's a great technique to do in other circumstances. But in terms of augmenting the breast, or at least making the breast bigger, it's limited. And in terms of lifting the breast, it's even more limited. So I wouldn't really personally recommend it. If you need a breast lift, I wouldn't recommend a fat transfer.